Hey guys, Tom here, and welcome back to the Grantham Pub Underground. It is summer. Memorial Day has passed, it's summertime, and we are into summer drinks. And I thought I'd start off with something very simple, because the quintessential summertime drink is, of course, iced tea. So whether you're a teetotaler or not a teetotaler, everybody's got iced tea this time of year. So I thought I'd show you a couple ways to kind of boost it up for your summertime cocktail parties. And they're real simple. I got 3 of them for you as per ye olde jest sign. And it's going to be fun. So let's get right into it. And the cool thing about these drinks is, for the most part, we build them right in the glass. And as soon as I say that, of course, I take out my mason jar. Because the first one is called, or what I'm calling it anyway, a bourbon berry tea. These are all teas. I didn't repeat tea on the sign because that would be dumb. Bourbon berry tea. And the great thing about this, you can make it however you want. That means, there's any kind of berry you got, fresh, frozen. And the cool thing is, if you remember a long time ago, we made drinks with jams and jellies. You could even do this, it would work. But for this one, I'm going to start with some puree. This is specifically some strawberry puree that I have left over from, we had with our neighbors a margarita party. So I made up some fruits and purees and such for some different margaritas. Way good time. Try that sometime. And it's really cool. We are actually going to have a monthly theme night. This was margaritas and Mexican food. Next month, we're doing something different. I don't want to tell you what it is yet because you never know. I might share it with you. And then, so I'm going to give you a rough idea. So this was about, I would say, a couple ounces of strawberry puree. You can use fresh strawberries, put them in there, bang them up with your muddler. You can use strawberry jam, put them in there, bang them up with your muddler. Frozen strawberries, thawed. And actually, a lot of times, frozen fruits that are thawed work better because the freezing of them breaks down the cells. So you get, sometimes they're frozen at the peak of freshness. And when you thaw them and the broken down fruit from the freezing thaws, it becomes a lot more juicier and a lot of times a lot more fruitier. So that being said, do what you want. I'm going to put a couple ounces of bourbon. And of course, oh my gosh, I'm wasting bourbon all over the place here. Tragedy. Tragedy has befallen us, friends. If you weren't here, I'd probably do something really inappropriate, but I won't this time. So I got the bourbon in there. I have my fruit in there. I'm just going to put a couple cubes just for the sake of getting this mixed together. Yeah, I'm going to use, and you need a tall glass. I'm going to use this one here after I wipe up. I don't know what I'm doing today. That's because it's summer. I'm very excited. I'm so sick of the cold weather and being cooped up inside. We've already been out doing some yard work, so I'm working on that summer base tan. Fill her up with ice. Whoa. You should have seen that. Did you see that bounce? It went bounce right back into my cup. That's being on the ball. That's the luck right there. And then tea. This just happens to be, actually, I made some sun tea. But again, this is where you can vary. You can use any kind of tea you want. You can use, if you have some strawberry tea, some green tea, and then, just so we know what's in it, a little strawberry garnish. How about a red straw to go with our strawberry berry bourbon tea. Wow, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. So, 1 down, 2 to go. Up next is a summer spicer. Now, again, I'm going to use this one, but not now. And this is something, these drinks, you build them right in the glass. That's what's great about summer iced tea. I mean, what's your favorite summer drink? I actually have to check back with you because, let me set this aside and bring this one back. When you're making this drink, I'm going to tell you that when I write it and share it with you in the description, which I always do, it's going to call for some lemon and some simple syrup. I made this fresh puree that already has sugar and a little bit of lemon in it. So I didn't put it in there. But if you're using fresh berries or frozen unsweetened berries, you're going to want to put some simple syrup in it to your taste, however sweet you like your tea, and a little lemon just to kind of brighten up the tea-ness because it's tea. So I digress. This next one, I'm calling it a summer spice. And this one is really interesting because it's tea, but it's like a spicy tea. Now, what tea could you use for this? You could use a lot of different teas for this. I'm just using regular. But being, it's a spicy or like a spiced drink, I think an Earl Grey would go good. I think bergamot, is that spicy? Or I'm just thinking of the teas you get in the boxes variety, like that, I think it's called Constant Comment. That's kind of got like a spice to it. So switch up your tea. Great, that's the great, and I did it again. I don't know what's wrong with me. Is this thing got a hole in it? So you can mix things up as you see fit to your taste. It's a great thing. Hey, your world, your drink. Spiced rum, a little bit of spiced rum. Next is some lemon juice. Freshly squeezed lemon juice. I'm going to put in, I wasn't going to measure it, but I'm going to measure it. I'm going to put in about an ounce of that to your taste. If you like more, put in more. If you don't like as much, don't put in as much. And then we need to sweeten it. Now I'm going to sweeten it with this. I always tell you about simple syrups, different flavored simple syrups that you should have. This is the one, aside from having the tea, this is really the only thing that you need to do ahead. And that is make this. This is ginger honey syrup. Simple syrup, your typical simple syrup, by default you can go half water, half sugar. This is half water, half honey, actually probably less honey. And then I just sliced up and bashed up a little bit of ginger, simmered that together for a little bit, strained it, put it in here, and you have honey syrup, honey ginger syrup. Again, to your sweetness, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to call that probably about an ounce plus. Again, back to my tea. And Sun, that's a cool thing. Sun, do you make Sun tea? We just have big mason jars, but actually I need to get a big, it's weird because it used to be like when you would go to like the bulk places, you'd get the big jars of like pickles or peppers or things like that that would come in a glass jar. Everything comes in plastic now. So you can't really use that for sun tea because you need glass. So if you have a big mason jar, use that. If you have a big glass pitcher and you can cover it real tight, you could use that. Just put some water in some tea bags, throw it out in a nice hot sunny day, and boom, sun tea, several hours later. So that's it. I'm not even gonna put, if you have a little piece of lemon, you can put it on there. I have a piece of lemon that I was gonna use for my next drink, so I'll just rip it in half and use it for both. So there you have number 2, the spiced summer spice tea. Very good, very exciting. And then finally, but before finally, lots to report to you. I'm going to tell you some very exciting news, which I briefly posted and then took down because I just did. But behind me, some very interesting stuff going on. We've been talking about this for years, 6 years since we've moved into this house, however long we've been talking about on GPU. We have finally started construction of the permanent home of the Grantham Pub Underground, right behind this curtain. This is my little temporary bar that I built out of some old stuff and a piece of counter or shelving. It's been working great. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. But we've been collecting materials, designing, figuring stuff out. So stay tuned if you want to see us building this puppy back here. Because not only am I going to share a lot of stuff back here, like how to set up your bar, what you might want, different things of situating and design and setup and just what I would want for our bar, as you know, Lisa and I talk about it, but I'm going to share with you maybe what you might need for your home bar. But in addition to that, the nuts and bolts of building it, a lot of it, I'm going to share on my other channel, Homecraft Chronicles. So if you haven't subscribed here, be sure to do so. Fun drinks, bar builds, taste tests, hanging out with family and friends. Oh, can you imagine getting Jess and Frankie behind the new bar? Well, actually, not many people will be behind the bar, but at the bar, the new bar at the GPU, that'll be big time fun. Last Call Grantham Pub Underground podcast, live podcasts. We had our first episode with good old Frankie tasting some stuff. So there's a lot going on here at the Grantham Pub Underground. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. So if you're new here, welcome. Have a seat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's right here. Or it's a reminder right here. It's actually down there. That way, when all this stuff happens, you can check it out and it's going to be a good time and you don't want to miss it. And to make sure you don't miss it, make sure you hit the bell. And also, if you're here and you're so inclined, if you want to leave us a tip, there's a way to do that also below in the description. But again, totally not necessary. Just being here with us is good enough for me. I enjoy it. Everybody that comes by to visit enjoys it. So that being said, this here is 2 ounces of, well, 2 ounces in this glass. This is a pretty big glass of your favorite mango vodka. We found this stuff on clearance at our local store, decided we loved it, bought it out because they were running as clearance, because I think they were running it out. This one, by the way, if you didn't notice here, is called a Mango Arnie for obvious reasons. Mango vodka. If you don't have mango vodka, do not have a Knip. It's not necessary. If you have, again, you could make it like this with some mango puree. Frozen mango would work, but there's so many flavored vodkas anymore that you can easily find it. And it's Arnie, so lemonade. So I'm going to just eyeball that to about that much. I'm going to save a little just in case. And this, my friends, is, again, this would be something you'd have to make ahead of time and actually go get. This is mango green tea from who makes it? It's the 2 teas. I always forget them mixed up. This one might be it's the green box with the green box with the, it's not Twinings. What's the other one? Not Twinings, but the other one. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I feel bad. So it's roughly half tea, half lemonade, because that's what an Arnold Palmer is. And then, again, a little garnishment. So it's half mango. I'm like going crazy here today. Oh, I lost my garnish. Oh well. Oh, that worked. Half tea, half lemonade. In this case, mango tea and mango vodka. But you could make this, mix it up. They make all kind of fruit teas and all kind of fruit vodkas. You don't even have to use fruit vodka. You use regular vodka and with fruit and then the tea. So all three of these drinks are great because you can mix them, customize them. It's like when you order at the restaurant, you know, you take one from here, one from here, one from here, put them all together, you have a combo. That's what you could do basically with all of these. Mix this one up, spice it differently if you like. But it's summer. It's time for hanging out, having fun. So mix it up. If you're having a pool party, a barbecue, we got graduation parties, Father's Day. Your pop would like this. I'm a pop. I know I would like it. I'm going to like it because it is that time, my friends. It is time for Ready, Drink. So let's try them in the order as to which they were presented. Slide that aside without making a mess. Okay. Bourbon berry tea. This one's a little overfilled, but oh well. Here we go. Cheers. Two things. That's lemonade. Even though I put sugar in hold on. In the fruit, since the tea was unsweetened, and all these were made with unsweetened teas, but if you're so inclined, by all means, like if you have a pitcher of sweet tea laying around, you could omit the sugar in any of these recipes and just use your sweet tea. I prefer to use unsweetened tea and sweeten as needed. Actually, no, where's my, oh, here it is. Let me try it this way. Mix it with this spoon because that's what they're for. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, wow. Yeah. You get the bourbon first right off because it's probably at the bottom. You get the fruitiness. I mean, would strawberry be my first choice for this? Probably not. I'm more of a raspberry. And by the way, our raspberries outside, we're going to have a bumper crop this year. So raspberry, we had a lot of raspberry drinks. I bet you I could have a raspberry playlist. So stay tuned for that. But this great bourbon, brightness from the lemon, the tea, really good. Really good. This one, I'm very interested about this one. And by the way, this one, totally homemade. Came up with just because we had mango tea and the mango vodka, and I just mixed them together one day. It was really good. This one is a riff. This one is a riff of things that I saw. So just let me mix this one up again a little bit. So again, this is the spiced rum, the ginger honey syrup, a little bit of lemon, and tea. Cheers. Wow, is that good? It could be, I'm going to put a little regular sugar in there. Because if I use more of the honey ginger, this ginger syrup is very strong. So I think that carries it. Like I said, when I told you you could use like the different spiced teas, I don't know that I would. I think it would be a little too spicy. But boy, is that nice. I get the, I mean, I get the tea, I get the ginger. Wow, 2 for 2 so far, gang. And then finally, I guess, just for the sake of whatever, the mango Arnie. You know I like tea. We do a lot of hard tea, spiked tea, sweet tea vodka. Ooh, yeah, you could have put a little blasted sweet tea vodka in here too. Cheers, one more time, cheers. Oh. Wow, that's nice too. It's not hit you in your face mango. It's subtle in the background mango. Wow, that's nice. Wow, these are all killer, guys. Summer's gonna be good around here. So there you have it. 3, boom, 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 boom. Great summer drinks for you to enjoy with your family and friends in the hot weather. We've already had 90s around here. And we're in the Northeast, so I can only imagine what it's like in the South. But make one of these, make 2 of these. Heck, you could even make all 3 of these, but probably not at the same time. Unless you're staying home, because we don't drink and drive at the GPU. We got a key cabinet, we got DDs, we do all the responsible things. Because like, guys, I want you to come back and have fun. We got a great time here. So you have to come back and visit us time and time again. And the great thing about summer is we can make videos without the stove running, so you don't hear the in the background all the time that we get all winter. But that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to have some refreshment. Share this with Lisa. We're going to have a nice night hanging out. So that's it for me. Thanks for stopping by. I enjoyed seeing you. Hope you enjoyed being here. I'm out of here, guys. Until I see you next time, right here at the Grantham Pub Underground. Here's to you. Cheers. And remember, I'll save a seat at the bar for you.